Hey guys, so I built this guide as a helpful tool for anybody that's having trouble fighting battles in Caesar 3. You know, the enemies sacking your city, destroying your walls, destroying your legions. So the tips and tricks and tactics that I'm going to show you in this video are going to ensure your legions are going to kick the crap out of any invading force and send the enemies of Rome packing with their tails between their legs. So buckle up, let's get right into this. So my typical force composition for military maps is 3 units of legionaries, 2 units of javelins, and 1 unit of horse auxiliaries. I've really found that this is a very flexible force composition, and it'll allow you to tackle pretty much any enemy force. For some of the lighter enemies like Numidia and Pergamum, you can get away with using a combination of horses and javelin auxiliaries, but for heavier forces like the Carthaginians and the Celts, you're going to need legionaries. Yeah, see, they're already running. Horse auxiliaries will not cut it against the Carthaginian elephants, but they are absolutely critical for tying up Gothic horse archers. One of the most important factors in fighting battles is morale. So units with low morale are going to take less casualties before they flee. Units with high morale will accept a higher amount of casualties before they tuck tail and run. This can be a pretty deciding factor on the battlefield. If the enemy routs one of your legions with low morale, they could end up giving you a thorough butt kicking. So the contributing factors towards morale are whether or not the legion is academy trained, and in Augustus, how many food types they consume and how much food they have access to in the supply post. Only legionaries can attain the perfect level of morale. The auxiliary units are capped at one lower level of morale. One tactic you should be incorporating into every battle, except for the Goths, because it won't work for them, they're too fast. So what you want to do is you want to take your auxiliary skirmisher units, you want to move them forward so they start throwing their javelins at an enemy battalion. Once that enemy battalion starts moving, you want to pull the skirmisher units back, keep on engaging them, because that enemy battalion will engage your units separately from the rest. So only the units that your skirmisher throws javelins at will be the one that comes forward at you. So you basically just keep on reeling them in and taking them out, and then you get the skirmisher units behind your legions when the whole main force starts to engage you. Oops. I've even used this tactic to kick the crap out of a Roman invasion with only 1 unit of skirmishers. Are they retreating? They are! I think they're fleeing. Yeah, they are. With enemy ranged units like javelins and archers, make sure that you do not let them sit there and shoot at your troops. Move a unit of horse auxiliaries in and tie them up. They're far more deadly when they're sitting there taking pot shots at your troops. If you have defensive walls in place, position your forces as close to the walls as possible so you can just let the ballistas and the sentries do some of the work for you. Ballistas are a one-shot kill for enemies, so they're extremely useful. Don't let them go to waste. When you're placing your forts, make sure you place them in an area that's central to every invasion point, just so it makes it easier for your forces to get to the battlefield and you're not running into huge delays. These ones aren't. So for invasion points, that's definitely going to be an invasion point, which could give the enemy time to destroy your defenses or get in your city. Here too. And yeah, likely here as well. When building defensive walls, I find it's good to leave a little spacing between towers, because towers take A, a lot of employees, and B, in Augustus they cost money per month. So putting a little space between towers is good because it generates sentries, which will fire javelins at the enemies, and you still have a good balance of ballista firepower. One of the new great Augustus features are watchtowers, which are an excellent defensive barrier in my opinion. I use them a lot. They're also great because they launch a ton of arrows at the enemy, they have a good range, and they also spawn sentry units which will walk across the connecting road, and when the enemy gets in range, they'll start hucking javelins at them. Oh yeah, this tower thing is working beautifully. I didn't even lose a soldier. Another great new feature of Augustus is the palisade walls, which are basically just a wooden barrier, and they're super cheap, easy to construct, and basically what I like to do is construct them in rows along the invasion points, and they're very useful in delaying the enemy, especially the Goths, who are very quick. It'll buy you a lot of time to get your soldiers to the invasion point and ready for battle. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. If you guys like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Of course.